bending side to side, wind in bamboo. Now, as you're doing this, lengthen your spine. So in other words, elongate the spine between the hips or the pelvis and the head before you bend to protect yourself from any angles. You don't want to have any sharp angles. This is a long, slow, gentle curve of the spine. In addition to the effect that it has on the long side of expanding the space between the ribs, and on the short side of compressing the organs and accelerating the lymphatic flow and other functions inside the organs, it can have a powerful benefit for our well-being. And so this is one of those marvels where we can do something that we don't usually do and get a profound benefit. Many Qigong practices focus on the health and function of the spine. And in this practice, we bend from side to side. This practice has a profound benefit on the vertebral column, especially the discs between the vertebrae. Those discs have a fluid inside of them. It has a very fancy name, which is the nucleosus pulposus. And as time passes and people do not use their spine as much as can be done, then the nucleosus pulposus can become underutilized, and the discs flatten out and become thin. You've probably heard of disc thinning. And so as you're doing this practice, side to side, and then the previous practice, front to back, those combine to be stimulating the hydration and the function of the nucleosus pulposus. We have a constantly used saying in our society, use it or lose it. Now this is one of those where if you don't use the discs on a regular basis, what will happen is that the nucleus pulposus will become less robust and the discs become thin. And that can have an influence on the capacity of the neurological system to send messages to the organs for function. And so this right-left bending is a very, very powerful practice. And as you can see, if you raise the arm on the side that's lengthening, it lengthens even more and you get an even greater stretch. Now always modify these practices so that they are within your comfort zone. And if you are flexible enough, then feel free to step out a little further and bend a little further to the side. And you can go much more aggressively by stepping out further. The breath is deep and slow and relaxed, and the mind is focused on what's happening now. Think to yourself, how often do I bend my body in this way? And the answer is that we don't typically. If we were going to reach for something to the right or the left, we typically turn in that direction and then bend. And the benefit here is that we're opening the ribs on the side that's stretching, and we're compressing the organs on the side that is not stretching. It's compressing. Now, the ancient Chinese actually had a principle, and that is that if the body can do something that we don't usually do, then we actually do that thing. It can have a powerful benefit for our well-being. And so this is one of those marvels where we can do something that we don't usually do and get a profound benefit.